How the heck are you, everybody? I'm Fastidious. Welcome back to my channel. So, Guild Wars, baby, why not? Today kind of feels like the calm before the storm. It is Wednesday, which is one of my favorite days of the year, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Gonna be in the kitchen with my father doing lots of cooking, getting ready, the excitement of football and food and friends and family for the rest of the weekend. It's cool stuff, but also this year, the excitement for what is to come in the game, right? So let's go to our event calendar. I always click menu instead of going straight to events, but you can see nothing really going on today. Nothing new is starting, right? Shard summoning, blah, blah, blah. It's just normal stuff, right? Nothing. We've had the event going on for days now. Second day of Gear Aid 3. I beat 321. More on that very soon. We have these events finishing up, but then tomorrow our scroll exploration begins. I'm very excited. It's the first time scroll exploration is coming to global. This is something that has been featured already on Forerunner. The Thanksgiving market will open, and a pretty cool thing, Brave Conquest is coming. This is for Pyros, but it's already going to have Thanksgiving rewards, so we can already get these Thanksgiving cuisines, these little turkey feasts, if you will. However, calm before the storm, right? Let's take advantage of it. Let's do something not Thanksgiving related, not Pyros related. Let's do some Guild Wars, not Gallery Wars. Let's do some Guild Wars.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
So, disclaimer, or maybe admission, or just me being straight with you, because you know I always am, I'm not that good at Guild Wars. I really don't think I am. I pull a lot, but I'm not blessed in the dupes department. I'm certainly no proper whale where I'm buying gold shards all the time, so I have crazy stuff. Look at my awakenings, right? Cratch is one of my best characters by far, and I'm not exaggerating when it comes to Guild Wars. He lends a ton of BP. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Sela 2 is my best hero. You're going to see in a second when it comes to affiliating your demon soldiers. I'll break that all down very soon. And then Cratch, I'm pretty sure, is number 2. But you can see I have Sela 2 and Cratch, and then my only other A2s, Volca, obviously, who I got for free. I mean, I got all this stuff for free, but I mean, I didn't have to summon for her. Regulus, we have A2. He's not so strong. And Azor A2. He's not so strong. Why do I say they're not so strong? Well, because Regulus and Azor, of course, being defenders, they don't scale with BP nearly as high. And also, I haven't skilled them up so properly. I did give them all the minimum skill ups, up until you reach crystals. So that is something. However, the real way to earn BP to lend to your demon soldiers in terms of affiliation, the best way is dupes. So getting awakenings into your legendaries, and then the next best way is fully skilling them up. So that's why my Sela 2 is so powerful. She has max skill ups, and she did get a second awakening. After that, it's going to be Cratch Daddy, So yeah, first off, I'm not that good in terms of being prepared for it, because we are a higher ranked guild. We're like 100th on our server. We're not super high, but we're strong. We're getting there, baby steps. Shout out to the Warriors. And also, this is only going to be my second Guild Wars 2.0 or third ever, right? We had 2 battles last week. So I don't think I'm that clean on the strategy. A lot of times when I come to you guys with strat videos or technique videos, it's something like when you see my Gear Aid 3 video, this is something I grinded for. I've done probably in my life 40, 50 hours worth of Gear Aid 3, advanced level Gear Aid 3. However, with Gear Aid 321 yesterday, just on my account, you can go watch the stream. It was over 6 hours that I grinded the same stage until I got it, right? You develop a lot of expertise in that, or a lot of knowledge in that time. We don't have to call it expertise. I haven't had that yet with Guild Wars, so let's hop in, let's do that. But I'll just start you off already with my number 1 tip. So let me move my head out of the way. This is a problem I know I've had recently, having my head in the way. But there you go. In the bottom left corner, if you didn't know, this is where you'll see your demon soldiers. So that's where I always like to start. Somehow, and this happened on stream yesterday, so I don't know. Maybe if someone wants to go back in the stream, or you happen to have watched the stream and then watch this video, and you figure out what's going on, or you watch this video, then watch the stream, then come back to this video and comment. I got this guy yesterday. I have no idea how. It looks like I even got 2 copies of him. So he's my 3rd legendary demon soldier, and I actually got my 2nd one yesterday as well. I guess I had a free copy already from doing the trainings, but I did get another drop. So you see I'm halfway to level 2 there, but I have no idea where I got this guy. If anyone knows, I have no idea where I got this guy. So I just want to get that out of the way. However, my number 1 tip, guys, you'll see a lot of these guys that are pretty good demon soldiers. My Ghoul Hound, the Stitch Carrion's solid, right? These guys I use sometimes. Suicide Bugs. This guy, amazing, right? The Scale Skin Shaman, the only healer of all the demon soldiers. These guys, as you can see, are not affiliated. Why are they not affiliated? That's weird, right? Are these the Parasitic Beholders? The High Order Abyssal Beholders. These are great, and they're not affiliated. Well, I'm min-maxing this. The same way I like to gear swap, I am affiliation swapping. So what do I mean by that? Let's go into a battle and let me show you right away. Hopefully we find a battle that I think is a dub. Wow, this is neck and neck. Granted, it just opened a few hours ago, but wow, this is neck and neck. So, boy, oh boy. I'm a little anxious now. I really hope we can find a W. I can actually give you my second tip as we search for a W, and then we'll go back to the first tip. So if we look here, let's see. There's only 10 left. I'll leave that to someone a bit weaker than I am. Let's check this guy, Max C. Maybe it's his name is in Cyrillic, some kind of Cyrillic text, whether that be Ukrainian or Russian, but I'm going to call him Max C. So you can see, actually, these look super beatable. Oh my god. Okay, so we've been up against everyone where everyone's BP is higher than mine. Everyone's like 350,000 to 400. I fought someone that was 450,000. So under 300,000, I'm feeling pretty good already. However, here's a little tip. I don't think I'll need it here to take on Max C. However, when other battles, we're going to do all 8 battles in this video, we might find a time that we need it. Go to battle record, then go to there. So you see no one's touched team 1. So I'll go for team 1. Why not? However, let's say I wanted to get those last 30 points, get rid of that last 30 HP and get one more W on team 2. If I go to team 2, I can see the 3 battles my team members meant. So I can see what T-Bone Phone went in on him twice and Georgie also went in on him. They both swept, right? So you're going to reduce his health by 10 every time someone hits the soul crystal behind him. And when 3 happens, you get your W, right? You get your victory. However, you'll chip away 10 by 10 every time someone hits that. So these were all 3-hit wins, right? They fully destroyed the crystal. Great job. So I could go to Georgie here and just quickly watch it back. So for this one, this guy seems it's like a fairly weak team if we're being honest, right? I don't know why he's running Wrath. If you're gonna run Wrath, he's not a particularly good fighter for Guild Wars from what I've seen so far, and then he's not running any other Nightmare team. So my advantage to running a Wrath, if I was to do it, which I don't do, would be to try to take advantage of the fact that, okay, I'm running a Nightmare comp. But there you can see, so he immediately is using his the Fallen Templar. Everyone uses Fallen Templar, and then he sprints through with the Hounds, that's the move, right? So I can take notes. He used the Red Rangers. I don't know what their actual name is, but the only marksman, the Epic Marksman, they're also rare marksmen. Those guys are amazing. If you're very into Guild Wars, I highly suggest you farm Gear Raid 3 aggressively. There is slowly developing a meta to survive these guys, but I will actually show them off right now. These guys are amazing. I think mine's only level 1, which is pretty sad. I do farm my Gear Raids pretty hard, I should say, so I get pretty high levels. You can see my Shaman's at level 3. Most of these guys are at level 3, right? Actually, everybody except for this Mage down here, my... oh no, sorry, this is my Scourge. So my Shaman, he seems a bit rare. He's only level 2. My Parasitic guys, actually, Gear Raid 1 is what I've been farming the least, unfortunately. And that's where he drops. If you're ever curious how you find out where someone drops, go to Upgrade, click on the copy, and it will tell you Guild Boss, Void Rift, or Raid Gear Raid 1. Almost all these guys will drop from a Gear Raid, certainly the Epics and lower. So you can see he's level 1. However, my Archer guy, he drops from Gear Raid 3. I farm a lot of Gear Raid 3, but you can see I'm only halfway to getting him to level 2. This guy, though, he is amazing. He's called the Soulbone Archer. The trick really seems to be drop 2 of him at the same time, and he will pick off usually any marksman units, any ranged units on the side. It seems like he doesn't like to go for mages. However, if you're ever up against a team, like maybe actually let's hop in right now. So let's actually go back to Maxi and see if we can't. Was this where Maxi was? No, that's us. I'm so silly. I think Maxi was here. Yes, let's go on this team. See, he has Silas. I want to see his map. You can always check out the map. So actually, he's hidden his Silas pretty well. I haven't really seen someone try to do this with their healer on the side yet. His Maul's hidden way in the back, right? So if I use my marksman guy, my Red Ranger, he's not going to go for the Maul. He might go for the Silas, and if I drop them both together, we will totally GG that Silas, right? He will be donezo. I don't know if they're going to target him, but what could be really nice for us, I mean, Broke here is scary, right? But even with an Olog's Wall, he can only block 4 people. We might be able to pick off this Ezrin. Ezrin has some natural tankiness, but he's attack-based, so he probably built mostly attack, not HP on him. It will be interesting to see. It seems in the past, if there was a mage here, I think they would go for Silas, which would be great. I'm really not scared of Maul. Unless it's an incredible build, but you can kind of see by the BP, it's probably not going to be a insane build. So yeah, this is how I won't go into this far of depth with each one, with each battle, but this is how I approach it, right? I check out the map. All right, what do I need? He also, it's very worth noting, he has Zeal 2 here. Zeal 2 can hit aerial units. If this wasn't Zeal 2, and if I was confident we could pick off Silas, and I didn't think the Maul would have big damage, we could just throw a bunch of flying units at him. You can see like this this flying guy over here, or this legendary flying guy. This is my first legendary demon soldier ever. That could be really, really good. However, because he's got 2 marksmen, and also he's got a Zealot that's going to hit aerial units, any flying guy is really going to be a bad choice. So you got to reevaluate, right? And this is where my big tip. This is Fasty's big tip. This is my #1 tip. Just move your affiliations around. We can put a clock up if you want, or you guys can time it. It's so fast. So let me quickly create my lineup and decide. Definitely I want to occupy his broke here. I think we're probably going to go for a rush strategy, meaning I'm going to use high quantity deploys and fast ones. So maybe some of my beholders, or most likely some of my hounds. So I have like my epic hounds, the ghoul hounds, and then I have my carrion hounds. Those are the rare hounds. Eventually I'll know all these guys' names. You see some of them I know, some of them I don't. It's still new content, right? Not everyone's perfect. Certainly I am going to try to bring my Red Ranger. I'm going to bring my Fallen Templar. The rest we are going to have to reevaluate. Would I bring my Destruction Knight to occupy? He's super tanky and he's got some damage, maybe, but I don't see us killing Broke here unless this Broke here is pretty weak. Absolutely, guys. Fallen Templar is just like, seems to me to be the best demon soldier. Mine's almost level 4 now. I really love him. You can get him from Gear Aid 2. I think he's a must. I really think he's as good as it gets. There's no way we're bringing our flyers. We're going to use our Rangers. We'll probably use them first. Let's keep having a peek here. Definitely want to bring some hounds for a rush strategy. Now we can kind of, if you hold down just like with normal characters, I'll give little tips that I picked up along the way as we go here. You can see here's a nice little abyssal beholder, and you can go to attributes and you can see quantity. You get 4 of these, so it costs 5 energy. The same way it'd be like 5 costs or something to deploy Dolores. It's 5 energy to deploy him. That is slightly expensive for a demon soldier, but you're getting 4 of them. They're pretty easy to kill, as you can see, C-level HP and defense, but you can use them as a rush, especially if they're already occupied, and if we're able to pick off that Silas. I don't know if I'll bring him yet. I'm kind of tempted just to bring my level 5 Stitch Carrion Hound, I should say. You see here, the quantity is 2, but they are super fast. Swift Stride's passive. I've unlocked both the passives. I don't know. Let me think about it. I'm going to put him in the squad for now. These 3 are 100% sure. And then I need some other way to occupy his Broke here and his Zealot. So the options that I'm thinking are, we can bring our Scaleskin Shaman. Maybe it keeps our Fallen Templars alive a little longer. Or do we go for the Destruction Knight? The Destruction Knight's expensive. You are only deploying them 1 at a time, just like the Templar and the Scaleskin. And also the red archers. What do they actually call it? I need to memorize it. Soulbone Archer. We're calling them the Red Archer. This is a decision, right? So I think I'm tempted to do this strategy. It's also very, very free to play, right? No legendaries. So let's just go with this. I think we can grab a W. So Fasty's big tip. Let's actually do it. Affiliate. So who's my most important person in this fight? I think for sure it's going to be my Fallen Templar. He probably is. Yes, you can see he's already affiliated with my Zealot. Good to go. This is going to be really fast. Start the clock. All right, now next most important is probably going to be my Shaman, because I want to get as much healing as possible. He's unaffiliated. Let's give him my #2. It just goes right down the line, right? Now you get Crash. All right, next is probably going to be, let's make sure we get some kills out of that Red Archer, and he already has Arrogance. Perfect. And now we just have to get these hounds ready to go. This is my 5th most important. I just clicked in the wrong order. So you will get Ezrin, my A1 Ezrin. And then finally, the normal Ghoul Hound. You can get the one that was on the flying guy. You can get Abomination A1, right? So now we have a proper thing. You can see our team is looking pretty good. Let's hop in here. And our BP is looking okay, right? We went for lower BP, especially with this rare guy, so we don't have the 350 like when we were bringing the legendaries. But all in all, I think this team should win. Let's actually do a battle, and let's see if my plotting has worked. Our BP check looks really good, but they do have pretty strong heroes. I don't love their setup, but I don't hate it at all either. So this is what I want to do. I'm going to wait. You can see my Red Archers cost 4 costs. I'm going to wait till I hit 8. Probably going to wait till I hit 10, just so I have them as stocked up as possible. But once I get to 9 or 10, then I'll quickly deploy my 2 Red Archers at the same time. And hopefully they pick off Ezrin. If they pick off Ezrin, I think we're kind of good to go. Or Silas. I think we're good. I'm going to keep it on 1x, I think. All right, so now we hit 9. I'll do 1 in the front, and then right when he's there, I put 1 in the back square, and now I put 1 in the front square, so they're kind of right next to each other. We can speed this up a bit. As soon as we get to 5, we can drop a Templar. They're going for Broke here, so it was all a waste. So this is a bad thing, right? They're completely done. This is a complete waste. And this is something that I'm learning, right? I'm not like an expert on this. I really don't know why they would, because I'm telling you, if Silas was standing here, they would have gone for Silas and killed him in 2 shots. 1 shot from each, and he's dead. However, they're going for Broke here, which really does nothing for us. Looks like the damage isn't great from these guys, so let's quickly get a healer out there, and we might still be able to bum rush this thing. Now the damage is looking pretty good from Zealot. She's applied some burns. You can see we're going to lose now, I think. And kind of because I wasted 2 of my guys bright and early. It's really not great. Hopefully we get some healing going. All right, now it's ticking. Okay, now let's just rush. I'm gonna wait, actually. Let's try to do it all at once. We're gonna have to YOLO this. I don't know. All right, they're fairly occupied. Let's go. So we're sending 6 guys at pretty fast. They're going past Broke here, and let's see. Come on, let's go. All right, we got it. Woo. All right, that was a close call there, but you can see this is something we're gonna have to learn and really figure out. It's very unclear what thy priorities are, because I'm telling you from experience from the last 2 battles I did, the 2 battle days, so the 16 battles I've logged, specifically the last 8 when I really started using the Red Archer. People in my guild were saying to start using him, and I also specifically was watching. I do like watching the victories from my guildmates. That seems to help. But you can see I took 30 points off of him. We got 1, 2, 3. We hit the Soul Crystal 3 times, the little portal. That's a nice little dub. You can check stats. It doesn't really help because this strategy was nothing about doing damage. We didn't kill anyone. I like to think of it as like a bum rush. Just send your hounds. That is so far, not a foolproof strategy, but a very strong strategy when it comes to Guild Wars. But yeah, you can see he didn't target Ezreal. He just went for the tank, and yeah, what good is going to come from that? They're shooting at a very, very high defense, high magic resistance as well, but that doesn't really matter when you're doing piercing damage, when you're doing physical damage. Very high defense. Broke here, they were doing nothing to him, right? If they had gone for Ezreal or if they had gone for Silas, it would have been an easier GG. All right, tip number 2. If you win, go again. Just go. Get the points, right? I haven't seen a battle yet where a team gets wiped, where it's like 80-0. That's not how it works. So you just get points as you use your attacks and you reduce their total HP pool. That's what this represents, right? It's the HP combined, a percentage version of all the combined HP across all their different garrisons and fortresses and so on, right? So if you get a dub, go in and snag that dub again, and it's as easy as going in here and auto fighting. I think. I actually have never used the auto fight. It better be that they memorized what I did last time. We'll know immediately, and I can always cancel the auto battle, I'm sure. So I'll be ready. But yeah, look, they're waiting. They're going to do what I did. Drop my archers. And yeah, was that the right move? No. But based on how it went last time, I don't see anything really going wrong. It's not like they were missing crits or something. Yeah, so same stuff's going to happen. Just go in there. It's also going to save you time, save you peace of mind. You don't need to do 8 bespoke fights with 8 unique strategies. Get in there and run that dub back. Get 30 more HP loss, get some points for your team, and yeah, do your part. Like, don't overthink it. Is it fun? Maybe at the beginning if you want to test out some strategies, sure. But look at that. Just like last time, almost an instant replay. Slightly slower on the hounds, but if it works, it works. So run that back, and now you were thinking, hey, Fastidious, this video is going to be 10 hours long. Now it's probably going to be like 30 or 35 minutes. And that's because if we find dubs, we're running those dubs back. So let's keep going, and every time you're going to see I'm going to employ my Fasty's big tip, right? It's going to be, you got to move those guys around. So here you can see, here's another little tip. I think I'm pretty strong. My team, it's not one of the best in the whole, actually maybe we could, no, but 10 points is probably not worth it. I think, yeah. So I think I have the capability to, so we just put up 60 points for us, or we reduced 60 HP from them, right? So I have 6 more attacks. Could I put up another 180? You know, could I go for the 240, getting all 8 fights, getting 30 points each time? I don't know. But is it worth me wasting what's potentially good comps? I mean, this is clearly a nice defense that they've got going, but is it really worth it? That's not that nice. It's just a high BP. Is it really worth it for me getting in there to get 10 points when I could just leave him? I don't really care about that. That doesn't seem how the battles seem to be shaking out yet. Or can I go for this guy and find someone with, okay, could I take this guy out here, team 1, and actually get a full 30 points and delete a whole team, as opposed to deleting a whole team but only getting 10 points? I'm going to go for this one. Let's see, team 1. He's lost a few times, so let's just watch. Let's give we already watched Georgie. Look, Simba doing it. He's just running it back, right? So let's watch Simba. I'm not always this diligent, but hey, we're making like a bit of guide content, a bit of strategy content. Let's see what Simba did. You can see he does double archer. That's what you gotta do. And Ned, look, he's gonna go for Comet, frickin' delete button. So now confirmed. All right, he goes for Comet. Unfortunately, he doesn't go for Crash here, maybe because they're in the same row. So they're equally close in terms of left to right distance. But yeah, then he goes with the Destruction Knight. These guys are not putting out very good damage. The Destruction Knight is supremely tanky. And then he has this guy who I really, really want. The uncommon, what do they call him? Uncommon Destroyer, I believe is his name. He is using his Legendary Mage, which I don't like using. I find him super weak. Only from watching, I should say. I haven't tried it since I got my copy. You can see he is getting some crazy damage on King Hearts. Should we do it? I've never actually used him, so why don't we just run back exactly this comp instead of using the yeah, I mean he killed everyone. Let's just run that comp. Instead of using the Uncommon Destroyer, I don't have it. We'll just use the good old-fashioned Fallen Templar. I think I'll keep my Death Hound as opposed to his little spider boys. Which ones did he use? Yeah, I think these are exploding spiders. It's the rare version. Our hounds will be great. We don't need to do that. But yeah, wow, great job, Simba. You ran it back twice. Let's listen to you. You know what you're doing, huh? So let's go in here. We got 3 of these we can keep the same. These 2 are coming out, and we immediately employ our same strategy. Let's snag a Destruction Knight, and then our first ever time using this bad boy, the Bookkeeper. When it comes to the Bookkeeper, I guess let's give him whatever. We'll call him our 5th most important, but let's give him Ezrin. So you can see you really only need 5 crazy units. So if you had like an A5 Cratch and an A5 Azor and an A5 Shamir, they might be absolute superstars for this, right? Cratch is my number 2 hero, for affiliation. And then we got to get the Destruction Knight going. So who else did I take out of the mix? Oh, we took out our Scaleskin Shaman. Giving him Cratch seems actually fine, right? He's gonna have crazy, because he's got such crazy base stats. He's gonna have some crazy BP when we give him that Cratch affiliation. You can see S tier HP. He's basically like a tank. You have to drop him one at a time. He's expensive, but he's got some proper damage and some proper tankiness. I really like this guy, and if you didn't know, he's 100% free to play. If we go back here, let me show you. I need to actually fully exit. I really suggest you guys do that. If you haven't, this button here, with my face blocking it, it is. See this button here, this training? If you click that training, once you finally clear it, it might take you time because stage 5 and 6 are kind of hard, especially stage 6 if you don't have an advanced account, but you do get him as a first clear when you finally have cleared all 6 stages. It's also a great way to start learning your strategies. Is it as good as watching my content? No way, nothing is. Okay, let's hop in. And let's take on that guy with the same strat. Where were we? Was it this team? Yes, it is. Okay, so everyone is affiliated now. See, our BP's through the roof because we're bringing 2 legendaries. We've got all our affiliations going really nice. No rares this time. 412 to 318. And we know the strat. This is going to be, you don't even have to think about it, right? This is going to be a mindless dub. We're going to just run exactly Simba's strategy. Simba had it down pat. No shame in that. We're just trying to help out the team, right? I am going to do things slightly different because I do like to wait towards the end. All right, we're going to do the same thing as last time. Let's stack these bad boys. Let's get that little Comet delete button going. And hey, this can also give you tips for your defense. Don't put your Comet here, right? Don't put your Marksman here or your Mages here up on this second tile, like closer to the enemy portal. Everyone's going to start running this Red Archer strat. Many people already are running it, right? All right, let's get a Fallen Templar out there. I think we'll go Templar, then Destruction Knight, and then I might just go for my Hounds. Well, maybe let's go Shaman first, just like they did. Let me get a Destruction Knight. I'm probably gonna wait here. You can see they're doing some major damage on my Ranger. However, they're kind of just tickling my my Fallen Templar. Fallen Templar is amazing, so tanky. We could stack it up, but the fight's going long. Let's go like this, and then we'll let him go. We're gonna get another Templar out there. We're gonna go for the long game. We still have a minute and a half. Don't let it go too long, or you might be in trouble. But keep in mind we have our Death Hounds, and they're lightning quick. Or our Ghoul Hounds, excuse me. Let's wait till we're about 8 or so. All right, look, a Shaman already got through. We might not even need him. Let's go. Okay, just GG's. GG's in the chat. Let's go. All right, we destroyed everyone. So not a strong defense, right? Did he bring no healer? I'm thinking about this. This is just coming to my head now. He brought no healer. So, I mean, what are you doing, dude? Bring a healer. The vast majority of the time, unless you have a cracked out Brokir, or more likely maybe a cracked out Olog with like a crazy North Swill, and you just think you have so much damage that he'll just keep shielding and healing off of that artifact. I think you should bring a healer. This guy's bringing Sadie. I think this is actually going to be an easy clap. I really do. So why do I think that? We'll have to check here, but Sadie range is not so unique. He is going to get everyone in Sadie range, but her heals aren't so special. Her ult will help them a lot, but it is just damage mitigation. Volka's going to literally be doing nothing here. She's just hanging out. Razak I'm not too scared of, and I actually am quite interested to test if my Red Ranger is going to go for Razak or Brokir here. As you saw last time when it evened out, he didn't go for Ezrin. However, in my experience, he tends to like to go for Marksman, which Razak is. So we're going to just do that, if anything, just for science. And then I don't see enough damage here. I really don't. I don't think, unless this Razak is cracked, which I don't think he is at a 279 KBP team going against my pretty strong Demon Soldiers, I think we're going to go for a straight tanky bum rush again. So we can use actually the same team. I'm not going to bring this guy. We don't need to bring the Shaman. Who I will bring probably are my trusty Carrion Hounds. So now we just have even more ammunition. The Carrion Hounds are so fun, guys. There are only 2 of them, but they only cost 3 energy, as opposed to the Ghoul Hounds, which are probably stronger, definitely have better base stats. But there are 3 of them, but they cost 5 energy. These can just be your last little W at the end. I think that we might not need them, but I'd rather bring them. Let's give Ezrin back to them. I think this is going to be an easy dub. I think this is a clap. And we're going to do a little bit of research for science to find out if they're going to target Rozhok or not, because we need to start figuring these things out. It's very unclear because it's not like they list very clear descriptions. They kind of just they tier their attributes, right? They have there's S grades and C grades and B grades and A grades and stuff. It's kind of all they're giving us. Let's see if they go for Rozhok. If they go for Rozhok, this is completely over. They don't. However, that's some decent damage into Broke here already. Let's get a Templar down. That's some real damage. Okay, wait, we could actually just kill Broke here, and then the fight's already over. So let's just give another Fallen Templar, occupy him. Our Rangers still aren't dead, so this Rozhok is tickling us. Look at this. 9k, 19k. He's truly just tickling us. You know what we can even do? Let's just throw a Destruction Knight in there, and he's probably just going to kill everyone. I don't think Sadie's going to be able to keep up with the damage. He is affiliated with the best hero in the game, Cratch, so it's going to be very hard for them to deal with him. And let's just start deleting. Okay, delete button activated. Good luck tickling. Really, this Rozhok is tickling us. Let's wait. Let's give him another Destruction Knight. I just got to... Maybe I'm getting greedy. I'm going to run out of time now, but I just got to want to kill Broke here. Let's wait. I'll wait for the full 10, and then we'll bum rush and get the W. But look at this. We're already through with a Fallen Templar. They really don't stand a chance. I don't even know if they've killed anyone yet. Maybe they killed a couple of our archers, and now here come the last 3. It's Dunzo. There you go, GG. So yeah, it's something worth noting, and we did find out that if a defender and any other platform unit, right, so a melee defender and a platform unit are even, I'm assuming it's the same with the melee fighter, right, they're always going to go for the fighter. So it seems like the only time that you can really take advantage of that Red Ranger if they put him slightly up, right? So let's actually check another team. No, let me stick to my guns. Let's run it back. We got the dub. Let's run it back. And again, I don't want this video to be 2 hours long, but I do think there's going to be a lot of little good nuggets in here of information. And also maybe you guys, if you guys have even better strats than me, which is super possible. I don't think any of the stuff I'm telling you is perfect. I just think it's, as you can see, it's good strategy. It's working, but there's probably better strategy. Let me know in the comments, because this is the third GW2 battle series ever for all of us, right? These are going to be our 17th through 24th fights. So a lot of us are still figuring this all out. And if we ever want a shot at going up against those top guilds, it's going to be hard to compete with the credit cards. So we're going to have to beat them with strategy. So you can see it's an instant replay. This was the moment where I guess I could have stopped it to speed this up. We could have kept we didn't need to deploy this destruction, right? It was already GG. We could have just done our 6 hounds, but we do it there. Good luck, Volca. Bye-bye. Let's go. So if it's unclear what's happening, guys, everyone has the number of heroes they can block. And then when you throw 6 hounds at them when they're already blocking 5 other guys, it's beyond their block limit. So it's basically like they're invisible to the hounds. They just keep going. Great. Let's see. Some nice stuff. All right, so that's 5. I think we're 5 battles deep, 3 to go. Let's see. Yes. All right, so let's try to find someone to demonstrate the hounds again. Let's see what this guy's got going on. Okay, so here, we're going to insta-delete Lunaria, right? And they're bringing a healer, but it's Elwyn. And I do think we can compete with that. With a bit of multi-target healing. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be big enough if we really rush them. I think we can probably run back exactly an identical strategy to what we just did. They have no tanks here, right? So they don't have any defenders. They're using melee units. These are fairly strong, and they are going to hit aerial units, but we're not going to bring any aerial units, so tough luck with that. Aracha and Absin. Aracha could be in a really tanky build, but I doubt it. I think they're probably just saying, hey, we've got Aracha and Lunaria and Silas, so and Absent, so they're thinking we're running a marksman team. That's very much what seems to be their thought process. It's kind of an idiotic team, no offense, Chrono. I think the move's just going to be, we're going to instantly kill Lunaria. As you're going to see, our Rangers will take him out. I question if they'll have enough damage to really kill our Rangers instantly. By the time our Destruction Knight and our Templar arrive, I'm not even going to wait around. I'll just send the hounds, and it's going to be GG. We might even kill Aracha or Absent. Keep in mind, because they're not defenders, there's no risk of them wearing Olog's Wall, aka their block can only be 2. I guess they could be wearing a Soul Drinker, which would make their block 3, but worst case, their block is 3. They're not going to be able to handle the onslaught once we release the dogs. So this one, I think it's I'm sorry, Chrono, you're gonna get blasted here. This is the easiest battle in terms of strategy we'll have thought about yet. It really is. Really is. This is gonna be mindless, I think. Let's just deploy these guys. Bye-bye Lunaria. One shot, and Aracha's gonna get killed. Okay, so we don't even need to do anything. You know what we can even do? Well, I'll just show you guys. This is how you can do it. Let's just make it go fast. Single target Silas is not gonna be able to do it fast enough. Absent can only block a couple. GG. There you go. We didn't even have to use a single tank, right? We didn't use any Fallen Templar. We didn't use any Destruction Knight. You should bring a tank, guys. Bring a Regulus or a Broke here. They're so good for this. Oh my god. Regulus, Broke here, Olog, they're so good. Just bring them. It really, when I see Regulus or Broke here, like on a really high BP team, I'm like, do I even stand a chance? Because you're not gonna be able to kill him. You're not. So you just gotta kind of hope. And at least I'm not gonna be able to with the affiliations I've got going. So that team is deleted. There you go. Actually, let me quickly see. Did I only get 1 point there? Was that where was that? No, were they at 30? They were at 30, right? Rewind it, let me know. Did I just waste any points? I don't know. Our onslaught continues though. This team is weak that we're facing. Actually, it's not that this guild is weak. The past 2 guilds we faced were incredible. One of them ended up being like a top guild, a top 10 or top 20 guild after the rankings last week. They're super strong, big wallets. And the last one, they were just really good. I think we won the last one we did win, but it's super close. And my guild's pretty good. We got some solid wallets in my guild as well. All right, let's click into here. Let's see. So here we go. We'll get to test it with the mage. I think almost instantly we know this is going to be a GG on Nocturne. The tankiness I'm going to throw at them between the Destruction Knight and the Fallen Templar, I see no chance in heck that it can be dealt with by Maul. They won't have enough time for Abomination to trigger 2 ults, so that's not such a concern for me. And then I just think we're going to release the dogs. We're going to run the same strat again. Once you have a strat and then you start identifying what the map looks like with your opponent, you can just keep running it back. What you can even do is start saving teams, which I probably should start doing. But for now, I'm pretty happy with this. Let's go in here. Also, let me know in the comments if you guys got Demon Captain Maw. I've got 4 shards of him, so I'm 1/5 of the way there. So maybe in like 5 months, I'll be able to start using him and I'll make some content on that. It's crazy. I'm definitely gonna get 50k blood before I get 20 fragments of Maw. All right, let's hop in here. Let's wait. We're gonna run it all back. We don't need to overthink it too much. Thank you, Nocturne. It was nice having you around. Let's just wait. Be patient. Don't rush it. They're going to have a lot more tankiness here. I'm probably assuming they've got a Soul Drinker on Abomination. It'd be nice if we could know. And then I'm assuming they've got an Olog's Ball, right? So they've got 7 block here. So we really are going to have to build this up. But there's going to be really hard for them to deal with this, I'll tell you that much. Especially since it seems like their Maul stinks. If they can't kill the Rangers, man, the Rangers should be instantly dying. That should be really, really easy. I think actually I'm not going to be that patient. I think we've already had this in the bag, kind of. No, I'll be a little more patient. Let's get our Fallen Templar out. Let's make sure we get a W. Finally, our Ranger drops. I'm going to wait for my full 10. And then with all these guys occupying them, we should have get at least 2 dogs through, I think. Maybe all 3. We actually should have a good shot at getting all 3. There's 1, and here comes all 3. There we go. Keep going. Maul's getting some slows in. Oh, Maul might have picked up a kill. Well, that's why we bring our rescue dogs. There's just too many, right? It's just too many forces. And actually, we killed Abomination, so it was easy. That's a GG. Let's run it back, right? Let me stick to my own scruples. And then we'll have to seek one more fight out. Maybe what we'll do is we'll go looking for the hardest fight. Because it did get a little easier, I feel like, as this went on. I haven't had to do my re-affiliation technique. Not yet. All right, let's run that back. Pretty easy stuff, to be honest. I do have a lot of legendaries now. I mean, you see I don't use my legendaries that much, but the legendaries do have really high base stats, so they can tank a lot better. Like Destruction Knight's so good. When I started, maybe it was Ray, I don't know. I feel like it was one of the Dragon Slayers guy. Obviously, the meta's changed a lot, but in Gear Raid 1, or Guild Wars version 1, I should say. Now this is Guild Wars 2, right? Beta 2. They were saying Destruction Knight's the worst legendary, and I really think he's got a strong argument that he's the best. Obviously, not counting Maw. He's a Demon Captain, which is above legendary, but he's just so tanky. He's just a proper amazing tank. He's expensive at 6 costs. Obviously, that wasn't the thing with version 1, but he's so tanky and he actually hits hard. And he's amazing. He's the only one I really find myself using. The flying guy is really good if they just have no aerial units. Actually, this would have been a good stage. I could have demonstrated it. If this time I could have done it. I didn't know if their Maul would be slapping or not. But if their Maul wasn't slapping, if we just threw the flying bugs at them and then our flying Thunder Guard or whatever he is, they would Lightning Guard, excuse me. It would have been an easy clap as well. All right, so we'll leave 30 more on there. You can only fight the same team twice, as you can see. Unable to attack. Let's try to see which has not been attacked at all. I mean, we're almost taking down this entire stronghold. I kind of want to stick here. This guy seems maybe he's better. All right, so 327. I Still think it's going to be an easy fight. Okay, let's look for a harder one. None of these guys are untouched. Let's check. Can we can't go in there yet. Oh, can we actually, because we've been putting some damage out. I don't fully get how it works yet if we can go into the garrison team. No, not yet. Into Wooler Lap. Okay. All right, let's just go here and pick a random one. Oh, I used all of my battles. All right, well, there's the answer. We're done. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope this was helpful. I like Guild Wars. I really prefer 2.0 versus 1.0. This is a lot more fun for me. There's a lot more strategy going into it, and I love playing like the bad guy. I think I talked about this with Ray, but I'll just conclude with this thought. When I was a kid, not even like I was a big Star Wars fan, I haven't even seen all the Star Wars movies, which is a little embarrassing. But I did the first few movies, I guess now it's episode 4 and 5. But those ones I loved, and I always imagined how fun it would be if they had a movie from the eyes of a stormtrooper. And that's what this feels like to me. Like we're getting to be like the mobs and the ads that we're always fighting. So I think it's really fun, and I'm enjoying it. It's going to be interesting to see. I hope they start releasing more and more demon soldiers, so there's more and more strategies that evolve, more and more metas. But for now, I'm enjoying it. I've been Fastidious. If you like it, like it. Get in the comments. Let me know if this was helpful. Let me know if you have suggestions for me for this content to make it even better. Like it again, and then give it to your friend. They can like it too. What else do I like to say at the end of these videos? My sign-offs have been so bad lately. Subscribe to me. We're getting close to 7,000 subscribers. That's pretty cool. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers. 5 digits would be cool. And then I can't imagine we'll ever get to 100,000. So 10,000 would be really cool. And then what else? Oh, your mother. Share it with her. I've been Fastidious. I'll see you in the next one.
Fastidious.